This next one is a song that I bet everybody knows here. It's an American songbook standard. It's an arrangement I did in Japan during an earthquake. Right, so the way that story works is a lot of times when a big band goes on tour, they ask people in the band if they'll contribute an arrangement. Oftentimes, they'll ask maybe 6 months before the tour. Sometimes they'll ask 3 months before the tour. Sometimes they'll ask 2 weeks before the tour. You see where I'm going with this? Sometimes they'll ask the night before the tour. Sometimes they'll ask the day of the tour. And that's when I was asked to write this arrangement. So we're in Japan. This is with the Lewis Nash and Teramasa Hino All-Star Jazz Orchestra as a part of the Concord Jazz Festival. We did 3 weeks in November of 2011, touring all around Japan. I think 15 different cities and a lot of fun. So the night before the first concert, my boss, great drummer Lewis Nash, asked me if I could bring in an arrangement of this great song for tomorrow's rehearsal, which was at 10 a.m. And it was 10 p.m. the night before the rehearsal. So I said, cool, no problem, I don't need to go to sleep anyway. I can just sit in my hotel room and put on a movie and write a chart. So during that time, there was a new X-Men movie that had just come out. So I bought it on iTunes, and I'm sitting there watching it. And it's an action scene, right? And the room starts shaking, and stuff falls off my wall in the hotel. And I'm thinking, wow, they're really making movies very well these days. I feel like I'm right in the middle of it. I feel like Magneto is actually moving a giant tank or something. And I get a phone call later that night asking if I'm okay from the 5-point-something earthquake. And I didn't even know it happened. I was so busy writing this chart. And it's got some really, really challenging parts in it for the trombones, for the saxophones. I went easy on the trumpets, I think. And they just sound fantastic. I'm ready to take these guys to Japan and do a 3-week tour, and hopefully with no earthquakes. That's all right. This is Autumn Leaves.